All right, hey guys, welcome to our first power planning session of November. It's November 1st. We are down to 2 months left of 2020, and whether you have enjoyed this year or not, we still have 2 months to make it great. So what we're going to start with tonight is getting our calendar ready for the entire month. We're going to do the big chunks of like stuff that we run into every month so that we have the hardcore stuff written down that we can then work around. We're going to talk a little bit about your goals. We're going to go over some of the things that we need to get done this week. And I need to add this to my note. For those of you that did hit GOAT, I'm going to talk a little bit about what you need to be focusing on this month, because this is the month that started today. Everything that's happened from today through the end of the month is what, if you're GOAT, that you're getting paid as a 200K on. So first thing I want to do, in case you guys have not been on any of my Zooms before, we're going to plan out your actual month of November. So I'm super old school. I have a giant desktop calendar. You do what works for you, okay? But on the calendar, I immediately, when I flip the page, put all of the important, the standard things that happen, right? So free credit day, you need to have that day marked tomorrow. Yes, I know it happens every month on the 2nd, but it's a Monday. It's bound to slip your mind. If you already have it written down, you'll be more aware of the fact that you have credits coming in, which means your free thrivers have credits coming in. Also, it's just a great way for you to start looking at what you have. Is it something that you can use credits to buy a product to do some sort of promo with? Is it credits that you can pass down to people? Remember, even if you only have $10 in credits, you could offer somebody $10 off. You could offer them, free shipping, call it whatever you want. But just sometimes the tiniest things go a long way. Like I will tell you, over the last 5+ years, there are times where I have offered half off of Thrive and nobody blinks an eye, but I offer free shipping and they lose their mind. So it's not always what we think would be a great deal, because you got to remember, a potential thriver has no idea how amazing it would be to get Thrive half off, but they understand free shipping. So don't downplay what you have. You probably have more than you realize. So free credit day. And then you guys, we now have 5 auto ship days. So please make sure you have the 5th, the 10th, the 15th, the 20th, and the 25th marked on your calendar. It is so good that we have these extra days now, because if you have someone who, let's say, had something unexpected happen, like an unexpected expense at the end of November, at the beginning of November, maybe their auto ship was supposed to run on the 5th, but they couldn't do it. And if it were to run on the 10th, they still wouldn't have enough, but by gosh, they can maybe do it by the 20th. We have more options now. We can spread out our auto ships now. Last month was the first month that we had this, so there wasn't a lot of people getting auto ships on those new days, but make sure, and we're going to go over it tonight, how to check for those auto ships. But people that ordered last month may very well be falling on the 10th and the 20th, and those are the new dates. So those are the ones I have to get engraved in my head. So that's also why it's good to have them on your calendar. I also have every Sunday night, I have the power plan written down. Every Monday night, I have a team Zoom that I do. I have that written down. So here is my thing with that. If you have been hoping, wanting, thinking, oh, one of these days I'm going to do a team Zoom. One of these days I'm going to do a team call. Write it down. Write it down today, right now. What day are you going to do it? What time are you going to do it? Because I can guarantee you, if you don't write it down, it's not going to happen. But if it's on your calendar and you have to work around it, you're going to get it done. Now, I will tell you, I do think there is some room for flexibility. We do the power plannings 99% of the time on Sundays at 7 p.m. But on occasion, something comes up in my life and I bump it up to 4, I bump it up to 3. It's all recorded. Everybody can get it later. But again, if I didn't write it down, I was like, oh, I'm going to do a power planning this week, but then my week got away from me. I'll do it next week, but my week gets away from me. So if you have a goal of connecting with your team, and if you don't have that goal, I would put that on your list. But if you have that goal, maybe it's not even once a week, maybe it's every 2 weeks, whatever stage you're in with your business. If you put that goal on your calendar, it'll happen. Same with if you're like, you know what, this is the month I'm going to do 1 live every week. Okay, write that down. Pick the day, pick the time, pick the topic. Like, do it now, because if you say I'm going to do it every Wednesday, and Wednesday at 6 o'clock, you're driving home from work and you are stressed out and somebody cuts you off and your husband calls and is whining about being hungry or whatever the heck it might be, you are not going to do it. You're going to get home, you're going to be frazzled, you're going to be ticked, whatever, and you're not going to do it. But if you get home and you've dealt with all the things and you're like, oh, you know what? I knew that this Wednesday my topic was going to be the importance of water, I'm going to hop on and do this really quick. You're just going to churn through it. So I forget, like, I think Paul Gravett always calls this like your calendar, your game board. That's what it is. Like, it's a game for your mind. It's a game for your life. If you have stuff written down, you will get it done. Something else that's really important to, I think, keep track of, and they do show up on a lot of calendars already, but just in case they don't, Election Day is Tuesday the 3rd. Veterans Day is the 11th, and Thanksgiving is the 26th. Why is that important? Everybody knows those days, right? Those days are on everyone's calendar. Okay, if you know that tomorrow is the last day before elections, you could do something fun as far as that goes. Like, you could do a poll, have you voted? You could throw out a freebie for people who have voted. Like, you could play with that. Veterans Day, obviously that's an important day to honor people. If you know, like, if you're now looking at your game board and you're like, okay, today's the 1st, Veterans Day is the 11th, I could put on my calendar for a week before Veterans Day to connect with my local VFW and see if there's something that I can do. Like, it's so easy to be like, yeah, I know Veterans Day is this month. But when it comes, if you're not prepared to do something, it'll just pass you by. So that is why I like the big calendar in front of me, because no matter what I do, I see it at least 3 or 4 times a day. And then obviously Thanksgiving, the reason I think it's important to remember that day on your calendar ahead of the actual date, not because you have to go buy your sweet potatoes and turkey. It's because I would be sending out some sort of, I'm thankful for you as my customer. I would be doing some sort of thankful giving type promo. Maybe there's something that you and your Thrive team want to get behind as a group and contribute to the community. That's something that's going on for Thanksgiving. But again, these are all great ideas, but if you don't write them down, they're not going to happen. So that's why, to me, it's so important to get this calendar. Now that we have all the days, the important days highlighted, what I need you to do is, on a sheet of paper or on your calendar, someplace in the upper right-hand corner, I need you to put your volume goal, your team volume goal. I need you to write that number down someplace. That's going to be a very important number. If you've been on my Zooms before, we talk a lot about rate of run. Well, at the beginning of the month, we don't really have a rate of run yet. It's only day 1, but we are going to set our rate of run. We're going to set the pace that we need to be at. We're going to find out how fast we need to be running. So there are only 30 days in November. One of them is like an official big American holiday too. So basically there's 29. So you're going to take that goal, whatever volume goal you just set, and you're going to divide it by 30. Whatever number you get there, you're also going to write on your calendar or your planner somewhere. I tend to write it like right under my volume goal. Okay, so we have our monthly, we have our big total goal that we want, and then we've divided it by 30. So that new number you're looking at, that is the volume that you and your team, that's what you want to do every day to get to your end of the month goal. Now, does that mean you're going to hit that exact number every single day? No, some months or some days you'll be ahead, some days you'll be behind, but we're going to find out what the average is. So when you are looking at the month of November, this was actually kind of an easy one. These are Saturdays. Is that right? It's right. Yeah. These are Saturdays. So it's the 7th, 14th, 21st, 28th. So what I do is I take that daily number, multiply it by 7. I write that number on Saturday. I take that daily number, multiply by 14. I write it on the 14th of the month, that Saturday. That way, at the end of each week, because I feel like my weeks start on Sunday and end on Saturday, whatever like thing you like, maybe you like to start them on Monday, however you like to do it, you go your way. But take that daily number, multiply it by that date, whether it's a Saturday or Sunday. So for me, it was a 7, 14, 21, and 28. So at this coming Saturday, when I pull up my team volume at the end of the day, I already know where I need to be on pace to where I want to go. Now, eventually, probably after our second auto ship or midway through that second week, we're going to start seeing our actual rate, not our goal rate. We're going to see our actual rate. But no matter what, I always have my goal rate of run written on my calendar, because that helps me judge where I'm at. It just sometimes gives you a little kick in the pants that you need on a Tuesday afternoon when you look down, you're like, hell, that's not where we're supposed to be at all. But again, if you don't have it written down and you don't know your numbers, if you don't know what your goal is for that day, then how are you going to get there? Like, if you don't, like, if you're wanting to be 40K, but you have no idea if you're sitting at 12K or you're sitting at 70K, like, how are you going to do any of this? So to me, it's super important to have your goal set in the beginning and have your desired rate of run already documented. And then we will actually, your true rate of run will start to come out, hopefully ahead, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so that is, we are set up. Let me just double check myself here. Yes, we are set up for the month. Okay. All right. So now with that in mind, one of the first things that you want to start thinking about is tomorrow. That is free credit day. That's going to happen this week. That's on your thing. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to take your free credits and divide it by 10 and go through all your auto ship people and offer them 10 bucks? Are you going to take one lump sum and offer up a free month of something? I don't know how many credits you're getting, only you know that. And you can see that right now. You can, let's do this for the newbies. I tend to forget. So you're going to log into your cloud. I'm going to show you, even though the credits aren't going to post until tomorrow, you can see how many credits you are getting today. So get logged in. You're going to go up to the menu and you're going to go to the My Commission button. And right below that, you're going to see Lavelle credits. Go ahead and click on that. At the top, you're going to see pending. And these are going to be your customer rewards for October. And there's a dollar amount next to that. That is what's going to be, that's what's going to actually hit your account tomorrow. So you already know that you have at least that coming. Now, what if you didn't use all your credits from last month or you're not sure? Maybe you got $5 left. Maybe you have $100 left. I'll show you how to find that too. You're going to go back to your main menu, to your home screen. You're going to scroll on down to where it says Business Snapshot. Open up that drop-down menu. And then you're going to see a gray bar that says Orders with an arrow. Click that so it drops down. And you're going to see Lavelle Credit Balance. So that number is either going to be 0 because nothing is posted yet, or you've got some leftover credits. So now you know tonight, before anything even happens, how many credits you have. What are you going to do with those? Well, one of the things that you can do, we're going to go through your auto ship list here in a minute, and we're going to go through your birthdays here in a minute for this week. So you can go at it a couple of different ways. You can take, when we find your auto ship customers this week, maybe you have 5 of them and maybe you have $50 in credits. You can literally surprise them and be like, hey, because you're a loyal auto shipper, I have thrown $10 in credits on your account. I don't know about you, but if somebody throws $10 on my account, I am sure as hell going to keep my auto ship. So that's just a nice gesture to, for customer service wise for your customer, but it's also a great way to keep that relationship going so that they keep that auto ship going. Or you could set some credits aside for people who have birthdays coming up, and maybe you have a potential Thriver on your list, and you can say, hey, I know we've talked about Thrive several times. It's not been the right time, but I see your birthday's coming up on Thursday. I have $15 to help get you started if you would like that for your birthday present. Like however you want to word it. But just know that those credits that are coming to you are awesome. What if you don't have any credits and you don't have any credits coming to you, right? There's some people that are probably in that position. What do you have on your shelf? Do you have an open box of DFT that you could offer somebody? Like maybe somebody's been thriving with regular DFT for a while and you could offer them 3 days of Black Label with their next auto ship, or you could offer somebody, 3 days of Black Label for the same example for a birthday, like put it in their birthday card, like send them a little card for, one of your customers. Or you could even throw out, like if you're throwing out, like talking to newbies, hey, I know we've been talking a lot about Thrive and I know you really want to get started. I see your birthday is this week. How about we order the regular for you, because that's what we like to get people started on, but I'm going to throw in a sheet of Burn, a sheet of Black Label, a week's worth of Blast, whatever the heck is on your shelf. Just remember, what you have in your hands is worth a lot. And so you can really get people excited with that. Okay, so moving right along, we're going to go back into our cloud. We're going to go back up to the menu. We're going to hit the My Team button. We're going to go down to My Customers. This is where you need to have a pen and paper in front of you. So when you pull up My Customers, at the very top, you're going to see customer name, email, blah, blah, blah. You're going to scroll all the way to the right where you finally see it says Next Auto Ship. You're going to click that button twice. Anybody that you see that falls on 11/5, which is this Thursday, you need to write their names down. So I'm going to do that with you right now myself. These are the people that we are going to be talking to. Now, hopefully you've been talking to these people anyway, because they placed an order last month on auto ship. But maybe you haven't. So what I would encourage you to do tonight before you close your computer down from this whole episode is you shoot a real quick message to, for example, I have 3 auto ships that are supposed to run tomorrow. I just talked to one of them the other day, but 2 of them I haven't talked to in probably a week or so. I'm going to go peek on their Facebook real quick. I'm going to see if they dressed up or if their kids dressed up or if they went to a park, whatever. I'm going to find out what they did this weekend, basically. And I'm going to send them a message and be like, hey, I saw, hey, Stacy, I saw you were down in Florida with the kids. It looked like trick or treat was awesome. You know, what was the one costume, or did you guys dress up too? Or where did you trick or treat at? Or what was trick or treat like this year? I've heard such mixed things about trick or treat. Some people said they had none. Some people had a ton. Just get a conversation started, because in 4 days, they have an auto ship coming. So if you get a conversation started tonight about the weekend, the weather, their vacation, whatever the heck, but I just think Halloween's probably the easiest thing to find right now on someone's Facebook. Get the conversation started tonight so that tomorrow afternoon, as you're going back and forth about whatever, you can be like, hey, you know what? Your name's on my list this month, or this week for your auto ship. It's showing that you're getting the chocolate and the black label like we did last month. Do you want to switch anything up? Like, peppermint, and then I don't know, your customers better than I know your customers, but I know mine. Like, for example, I know the one girl, Stacy, who's down in Florida, she loves anything energy related. So she tried Pure last month. Maybe she wants to try a different flavor of Pure this month. Maybe she wants to try Activate this month. I don't know, but I'm going to have that conversation with her. But first, I'm going to ask her about her weekend and her grandkids and how Halloween went. Because why? Because that's called customer service. So those 3 people will get a message from me tonight, not Thrive related. But by tomorrow afternoon or by tomorrow night, I'm going to segue into, hey, your auto ship is coming up, right? If you have anybody that's on Ultra, you could see if they have any interest in the new Ultra. Actually, now that I said that, is it still available? I know it was limited, but I feel like it's still available. Let me just double check myself real quick. I don't want to be telling you wrong. Yes, it's still in there. So the desert camo is in there. So if you have anybody that loves Ultra, desert camo. If you have anybody that tried the desert camo originally from the beta testing, like they were an auto shipper and they got some, that would be a great person to also see if they want to change their auto ship. So that is the first group of names that we have. Again, these are people that we want to do something for, if possible. If you've got some credits to throw their way, if you've got something to, slip a thank you card in the mail and put a burn or whatever, like something that they've never tried before. So things that mail easily. This is how my brain works. Things that mail easily. DFTs are the best thing in the world to mail because you can literally just shove them in a card and they go. Blast mails really well because it's pretty flat. Activate and stuff does okay. If you want to go like above and beyond, like something that can just slip into a note card, then that's when I start looking at I actually ordered in, it's behind me here. I ordered in my peppermint and my cafe. So I'm going to start sending out some peppermint mocha things to some of my customers as a thank you. Although I was thinking for really, I can't decide. You guys can give me your opinion. For November, should I already do peppermint mocha in preparation for December, or should I do like apple pie? Because that's kind of Thanksgiving-y. Of course, I didn't order apple pie, so I'm hoping y'all say peppermint mocha. But that's the thing. If you have apple pie on your shelf, go for it. If you still have pumpkin spice, that's good all the way, in my opinion, all the way through. Okay, peppermint mocha. Okay. The pumpkin spice is good all the way through Thanksgiving, really. And people eat pumpkin pie so past that, but I just like seasonally, that's what I'm thinking. So when I move on to something like that, apple pie, but peppermint mocha, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. So whatever you have basically will work. Let me pull chat up all the way. It's just popping up and going away. I'm doing pumpkin and apple as we speak. Lacey, of course you are. I love you. Okay. So I plan to send out peppermint mocha in a few weeks. Yeah. Do you have a cool graphic? Lindsay, I don't yet, but I am going to work on that. And when I get it done, I'll share it in the group. Because I'll probably steal something off of Facebook or Pinterest or Lavelle or Pinterest or something like that. And I will make like how I did for the pumpkin spice one. But maybe you don't have any pumpkin spice or peppermint mocha and you're not ready. You probably have some DFT. If you don't, I'm going to give you a real quick lecture that you probably should have got a week or so ago. When they offered the pink ribbon, buy one, get one, you should have ordered. because that's a whole free container of DFTs that you could have. Like, I remember last year I ordered the pink ribbon DFT and I really didn't order enough by the time I started doing what I was doing. I sent 2 little DF, like pink ribbon, the long white label pink ribbon ones, and just cards, and thanked people for being great customers and, you know, that stuff for the month of October. I got so many messages. People just thought they were adorable, loved the fact that they were for a cause, but I got them for free because I bought the buy one, get one. So anytime you see a promo like that come up, I know a lot of times it's easy to go, oh, I already placed an order this month, I don't need anything. Okay, but what does your business need? Because if your business could get something for free, then go for it. And, you know, maybe you have to get creative and be like, you know, I know that my mom likes, I don't know, black label. Well, guess what, mom? We're going to get you a buy one, get one. You're going to get pink ribbon. You can buy it for me when it comes in, and I'm going to keep the free one for my business. Like, whatever. Think outside the box. But anytime there's like an offer of something for free, run like you're on fire. Okay, so moving on. So you guys have auto ships, right? I know I preach about it all the time, but it's just so important. So moving on, I want to talk to you guys about birthdays. We talked a little bit about this last week. If you go onto your Facebook right now, if you go into Facebook, oh, let me get to Facebook. I'm in the cloud. And you just go from the main page, you just go to the search button and you type in birthdays. On mine, a little thing comes up. It's like it says Facebook shortcut upcoming birthdays. Maybe yours just says birthdays. Whatever it is, click on it. Facebook will tell you everybody's birthday for 7 days. So for those of you that are like, I don't have time to do the birthdays every day. Okay, right now, tonight, you're going to write down every name you see that has a birthday for the next 7 days. Because I don't care if somebody's birthday is on Thursday and you send a message tomorrow and just say, hey, my week is going to get really crazy, but I don't want to miss your birthday. I don't care if you write all the names down and you don't send it till next Sunday and say, hey, my week was really crazy. I'm sorry to be sending this belated birthday, but I hope it was awesome. I don't care how you do it, but if you have all the names right now, and maybe you're one of those people, you're like, oh, pen and paper, I don't have that. Okay, well, screenshot it. Like, all the names are right there. Screenshot it. There's no easier way to do this. And if you are missing birthdays, you are missing out. Now, put yourself in the birthday person's shoes. You've all had birthdays and probably on Facebook. You get a bunch of happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Maybe a happy birthday with a balloon. You're like, wow, thanks for taking the time to type that out. But the people who actually wrote something different than happy birthday, it could be like, have the happiest birthday ever. I hope you are celebrating your birthday. Whatever it is that they wrote that wasn't just happy birthday, you actually stopped for a hot second. The people who took the time to click the message button and say, hey, Sonia, I saw today's your birthday. I hope you're going to have an incredible birthday. How are you guys going to celebrate it? That's the person you take the time to talk to. Everyone else you give a heart to because you're so busy and your phone's like bing, 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 bing. And it's just happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, right? So be the person who stands out. Be the person who clicks the message button. Be the person that asks them what they're doing. It's the easiest way to start a conversation with somebody. Like, for people who are like, I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know what to talk about. It's right there. It's their birthday. Happy birthday. What are you going to do for your birthday? I do have a birthday this week. Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, any of you that just send me a happy birthday, you're going to get a like. But if you make it say something different, I will respond. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute and you're going to write down all the birthday names, or you can screenshot it, whatever. Here's my thing about screenshots. I take screenshots all day long of all kinds of things. I don't necessarily go back and look at them. To me, pen on paper is the way to go. You're going to remember. Those of you that are using the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sheets, you actually have slots with Monday in 5 spaces. Put your Monday birthdays there. Tuesday with some spaces, put your Tuesday birthdays there. Sending someone a birthday message and starting a conversation counts as a reach out. Anytime you start a conversation of any kind, that's a reach out. Tonight, when I asked these people how the trick-or-treat, like what was it like to trick-or-treat in Florida versus Ohio, that's a reach out. I am talking to my customers. So I promise I'll be quiet while you write. Right away. All right, Zoom says we're running out of time. So I lied. I can't really not talk while you're writing down birthdays, but go ahead and keep doing it. Another thing I want you to think about this month, again, like I told you, you only have 2 months left of 2020 to make the most of 2020. And I actually saw a post, I should have pulled it up before I did this, but you know what, it was something to the extent of, you know, a lot of people are saying like how 2020 was like the worst year ever, but it was like plot twist, it's your best year ever because you have literally been put through everything and you've come out swinging, right? So if you keep that as your mindset that yes, this year has been challenging to say the least for months on end, but here we still are, right? We're all still working our business. We're all still in it to win it. I don't know about you guys, but I've had a great year as far as volume goes for business. So I want you to think really long and hard and set a goal for how many people you're going to get, what is it, GOP, to get people on Thrive, GPOT. So when I say get people on Thrive, is it going to be a 3-day trial pack? Is it going to be a box of, not a box, a bottle of Balance? Is it going to be a box of Rest Gel? I don't care. I don't care what kind of Thrive. Oh, maybe it's skincare. I always leave that out. I don't care what kind of Thrive you get them on, what kind of Lavelle product you start them on, but how many people are you going to get started in the month of November on some sort of Thrive product? Because, and again, I don't mean this to be offensive, it is the gateway drug. If somebody is struggling to sleep and you get them started on rest because they won't listen to the 3 steps, they won't pay attention to any of that, when they see and feel how amazing Rest Gel works, they'll be like, wow, that company's legit. If you have somebody who has not gone potty on a regular basis in years and you get them on Balance and they're like, huh, who knew you were supposed to go this often? They're going to be like, that company is legit. So yes, obviously we love a 3-step thriver. I love a 3-step thriver. However, there's a place for everybody and there's a product for everybody. So if you say to me, I'm going to get 10 people thriving in the month of November, that's great. Let's dive into those 10 people. You start paying really close attention to their social media. You start talking to them about what's going on in their life. When you start hearing repetitive things about how the kids have them pulled in a million different directions, so-and-so has practice tonight, I don't even know where we're going to get dinner, all the things, you start figuring out what product would be best for them. Start having the conversation with them. Some people will just flat out tell you, I don't sleep, or I can't sleep well. Some people will tell you I am stressed out. Some people will tell you I can't stop eating junk. Hello, treat meal. So we have a product for everybody. You just have to find it. That's your job. You're like a little detective. Like you have to get to know somebody so well that you can be like, you know what? I know what you need. I know what you need. And you guys probably know this. Maybe you've had somebody start. I feel like this is true, but I'm not totally true. But Lacey, I think you started on Balance, or maybe it was a Balance post that got you excited. You just never know what's going to click with somebody. So don't just be like, well, so-and-so only ordered a bottle of Balance. Oh my gosh, yay, so-and-so ordered a bottle of Balance. Like pick yourself up. Like just be happy that you got somebody started with you and your company. Because again, once somebody starts, that's your time to shine. That's your time to keep following up with them. That's your time to send them a thank you gift. That's your time to make sure that they know, who, what, when, and why is coming out. No, but Natasha started on rest. Okay, yes. So somebody who did not want to know anything with the 3 steps, but my God, they started sleeping good. And they were like, well, this stuff is that good. What else does this company make? Right? Okay, so that's what I'm going to end it with. Make sure you have your calendar ready to go for the month. You have the days highlighted, your auto ships, all that stuff. Tonight, before you go to bed, make sure whoever's on your auto ship 5th list, you send them some sort of message tonight, right now in the next 2 minutes about their weekend. And then make sure you have them on your list for at least by tomorrow or Tuesday to actually talk to them about their auto ship. Get the conversation started well before. Because remember, Tuesday is election day. Why is that important? Oh, I don't know. A lot of people may not be paying attention to your Thrive post on Tuesday. I'm just throwing that out there. So you might want to be having a conversation with them tonight. Right? Anyway, that's it. I hope this guy helped you guys. I hope you're ready for a new month of November. Think really long and hard. And I didn't ask you to give me the number, but you can do it on your calendar there. How many people are you going to get started on a Lavelle product of some kind in the month of November? And then I want you to go chase that number hard. Oh, I did forget. Shoot. Okay. Anyway, we'll talk about it more on my team thing tomorrow. But if you hit GOAT, you need to be looking at your rewards plan. You need to be very focused on your downline. Levels 1 through 8. That's where you're going to make your money. So meant to do more on that. Anyway, out of time. Bye. See you guys later.